I originally came to UF to be a scientific illustration student because when I was a cancer patient, I went to an international hospital where people came from all over the world. I had a medical fixator put on my leg, and the medical jargon in that environment was really difficult to understand. And for somebody who was young and even spoke English like me, it was difficult. So for other families from different countries who didn't speak English, I was like, a picture could solve everything. But as my time progressed here, I studied biology and drawing, and then as it slowly moved along, I realized that I could advocate for that same group of people through my artwork. For me, I did it through a lot of reading. I think finding books on Crip theory was really interesting for me, relating two facets of my identity as being, disabled and not being able to walk for 5 years because I was in a wheelchair, and then also being part of the LGBTQ+ community and identifying as gay. They always related in my own life on how you perform or the access you have to an environment or how you show yourself in a physical space. Never did I related them in my art. It was either one or the other, and I think that was a really good cross bridge for me. So it all starts in literature for me, all architecture books, published prior to 1990 with the American with Disabilities Act. And then I cut them all up in addition to anatomy drawings, and I put them all back together in reacclaimed self-portraits. The blue ink for me was a really kind of a subconscious decision, which I quickly found out relates a lot to the international symbol of access, which is the handicap sticker essentially. And I kept researching why it had to be blue beyond the fact that architectural blueprints were blue. Just recently, last semester, I had a show at Shands, and I just thought it was really nice to interact with other patients at that time and see what their feedback and their reaction was and how they all had like a positive reaction. And I actually had one family member of a patient come up to me and say that her husband had just had his leg amputated, and she would take pictures of the work and take them upstairs to him, and they had discussions and talked about the work. So I think it was impactful in that way.